And welcome to this week's episode of the Lads Film Thing podcast, where this week is a special episode. We are going to be reviewing every single one of the Harry Potter films and ranking them in order of the ones we like to the ones we like the least.
No, other way around.
The ones we like the least to the ones we like the most. So you'll have to wait till the end to find out our favourite one.
As is the way.
Thank you, Sam. So, as always, we've got Lucy.
Hello.
Abby.
Hi.
This is me, Dan. And we've got Sam.
Hey.
Hey. So, let's get into... the one we like the least is...
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, coming in at number 8. We've all ranked the films from our least to most favourite, and we've combined the scores to get an overall lads position. And it was fairly unanimous that Chamber of Secrets was the worst.
No, not fairly.
The absolute pits.
Oh, I love this one.
I think it is... We have to say here that actually, to be honest, and maybe I speak for myself here, but I'm sure all of us do love the films, and they would always have a special place in our heart, but obviously we're ranking them, and this was the lowest.
And I think for me, like, the first two Harry Potter films are just, they're children's films. They seem like children's Christmas films to me.
Yeah.
Because they get you into the universe of the world of Harry Potter, but they're not as dark, they're not as deep. They're just all right kids' films.
I think, what was the timeline of when they started making the films from the books? I think there was 3 books out, was there? And they'd already start, and then the first film was released.
Yeah, so definitely, I remember Order of the Phoenix, book 5 coming out after the films. The films have started. I can't remember about the other ones.
Yeah.
I feel like if all the books had been released and then they started making films, those first 2 would have been much, much different. Because I think soon after this, they realised, oh shit, we've actually got an amazing, epic, incredible story here. And the first 2 films are very much, like you said, just kids' films, really.
Let's just check in with Luce, though, because you didn't rank it as low.
Yeah, I love this one. But I think it's probably more just because I watched it every day of the 6 weeks holidays, when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I think it just has a special place for that. But I do think it's good, because although it is a kid's sort of film, but it's pretty dark.
They're all dark in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, there is some weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
It's the last one with Richard Harris as Dumbledore.
Oh,
Yeah, he was the better Dumbledore in my mind.
And I felt
Really?
a bit guilty about this because our daughter, because I killed him. This is a good time to say. Yeah. No, because our daughter loves Ginny. And obviously this is a Ginny heavy film.
Yeah.
But I don't like, Sam, you're like, it's shit. I definitely don't feel that. I just feel like if I have to rank them, they would all be, I could probably rank until I got to 4 and then go, everything is this good. Yeah. So it only is because I was absolutely pushed, really.
And you do get Dobby, you get Lucius, you get a few, the world gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's got some good lines and scenes in there as well.
Tell us, 7.
I like the bit where, Mrs. Norris obviously is petrified and pinned up on the wall. Yeah. And then, Filch comes around the corner. I want to see some punishment. That's really funny, that bit.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, shall we move on to the next?
No, hang on. You also have I forgot what I was going to... Aragog in this one.
Oh, yeah.
God,
And actually, this is a great story, this one, isn't it? They're not just trying to move the whole story of Harry Potter along. This is a great story in itself, which is really cool.
And it does connect a lot to later films we've had, with Aragog, with the diary. It's quite... I don't know if it's intended at the start for J.K. Rowling, but it was one of our first ones of the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I do love it. I do think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
So, number 7 out of 8 on our list is Harry Potter 1, Philosopher's Stone.
Or
probably
the
the same
Sorcerer's
reason.
Stone for our American friends.
Yeah.
Ooh. Or whatever that would be in French. For our French friends.
Yeah, it's a really good film.
Yeah, I agree with this one.
Yeah. It's
the same thing again, isn't it?
It's good, and it does have its place and stuff, but And again, like this, you get introduced so quickly into such an amazing world. Like the bit with Hagrid at the start, dry up, Dursley, you old prune. Like that bit's so good, and like Hagrid is Robbie Coltrane is amazing. That's so good.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of bits there that just don't quite make sense, aren't there? Like Hermione doing magic on the train when they're not supposed to like do magic and stuff. And like they're having to learn the most basic spells, but she is just attempting like random stuff.
Yeah. There's a few bits in those first two films which I think they were just making films based on books which were kind of popular. And again, they didn't know what it would be in the scope of the universe that they were
rules
embarking
of everything.
Yeah. Like there's a bit, I know it's back on that one we were just talking about, but the second film at the end where Harry's just freed Dobby, the house elf, and Lucius Malfoy's really pissed off at him. And Harry's walking away and he goes to like do the killing curse on him.
Oh yeah, he does.
And there's like a behind the scenes like thing where it's an interview with, I can't remember the guy's name, who plays Lucius Malfoy.
Jason Isaac.
Yeah, that's right. But he said like, Jason Isaac, yeah. He just said like, oh, I just want to add like a spell or something. And someone said like, oh, just say Avada Kedavra. And the whole thing is just ad-libbed. And then when you think about it, like, he wouldn't try and kill Harry Potter. Like, everyone, all of those Death Eaters know that he's, like, earmarked, like, Voldemort wants him, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing, it just, I think, with the attention to detail in the later films,
Of course, he'd go to Azkaban, wouldn't he? Just immediately. You hadn't killed an 11-year-old child. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you adjust your house out, that's your meals, that's your cooking, that's your cleaning.
Maybe you could get another one.
Yeah.
Can you? I don't know.
Is it worth killing a boy? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but that doesn't feel worth it.
Yeah, I feel like with the attention to detail in the later films, they would never let something like that slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I did realise just now, though, is Christopher Columbus, who directs those first two, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realise he also directed Gremlins, The Goonies, Home Alone, Mrs. Doubtfire. I didn't realise it was the same guy.
Who discovered America as well?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Discovered America.
Yeah. This fucker can do everything.
Save something for somebody else. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And what have we done?
A mediocre podcast.
I would love it if this is a mediocre podcast. We aspire to be a mediocre podcast.
Meanwhile, if anyone wants to like tell their friends about us or just listen to another episode, like a second episode, that would be fucking ideal.
I think for me, the Philosopher's Stone as well, the kids, because obviously this is their first like film doing it.
Yeah.
There is some weaker acting, obviously, for them, because they hadn't quite got that acting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Especially like Ruby Brint's pretty good throughout, but
Correct.
Emma Watson, who does have a tendency of acting a lot with her eyebrows throughout the whole film series, and Danny Radcliffe, he's not quite his best in the first one. I'm a what? Now it's all quite like, he is very well spoken, but it's probably not quite there.
I don't know. I think in the first one there's a sincerity about him.
Yeah, it's
in that
yeah.
where that you don't get in the later ones, where he's like,
Really.
Yeah, because he's actually acting then, isn't he? Whereas he's just being a kid with his friends early on.
Yeah.
oh, I do like it.
Yeah, and it's one of those, I can't remember which one of the first two films, where Emma Watson, like, they cast these people so well. She's so much of a Hermione, it seems, but, like, she learnt everybody's lines. And, like, even when someone else, she's mouthing the other words that the other people are saying. And that's still in the film as well. That's amazing.
Yeah, because did you see one of the ways that they, like, auditioned, or maybe after they've got their roles, was they all had to do a essay about their character.
The character. Yeah.
And Emma Watson did like 8 pages on Hermione.
Yeah.
Harry, he just did like a page or something. Oh, sorry, Daniel Radcliffe did like a page on Harry.
Yeah.
And Rupert Grint didn't bother doing it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, this is literally exactly what those characters would have done. That's perfect.
Yeah, Ron wouldn't do that.
And number 6 is Goblet of Fire.
The one with the haircuts. Or lack of.
Yeah.
That haircut.
And that was
voices.
one of the reasons why I like the film, but the hair is so big in this film. Yeah. Huge hair.
Like, and he looked terrible, especially Ron.
Oh, Ron.
So bad.
Yeah. And this is a good film because it's got like the Triwizard Tournament. It's got
Yeah.
different schools. Like there's some really good stuff going on in there. They do rush a lot of it though because this is the first time the book is massive.
Yeah, true.
And like the Quidditch World Cup at the start, just done so quickly, isn't it? Like like 10 seconds going from scene to scene.
Yes.
That was very rushed.
Yeah. I think we were saying about it, but when they make the remakes of these into the TV show, the HBO thing, this is going to be great because, like you said, there's so much that they just skip
one
past.
episode on that would be brilliant.
Yeah, a whole episode on the Quidditch World Cup and the like aftermath.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
That'd be brilliant. Cannot wait for that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, and sort of sets you up for like the cursed child potential and stuff, doesn't it? All of this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it introduces you to like a wider wizarding world, like geographically, because it's got the other schools in it. Bassons.
Durmstrang.
Durmstrang, the other one, yes.
The red one.
The Eastern European one. Yeah.
What? I can't remember if this is. Does it happen in the book that it's a girls' school and a boys' school? Is that the way it's supposed to be, or have they just done that for the movie?
Remember.
Well, so this is something else that doesn't quite make sense, doesn't it? In a book that we have, it does describe all of the schools and like what they are. And I don't think it says in there that it's like a girls' school and a boys' school, but it is supposed to be like, isn't it? Like even in the Cursed Child, Rocket, come here.
But they're like a special type of witch, though, aren't they? Like, is it called Vila or something?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they all are. I think like Fleur definitely is.
Oh, is it just her? Oh, right. Okay.
Otherwise, all boys. Oh, it's French, isn't it? So all the no wizard boys in France get taught.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. In the Cursed Child, when we were reading it, it was saying like what does it say? Like a breezy, you know, the noise that they make, that weird noise.
Yeah.
It specifically describes that when it says about the noise that they make when they're like the Hogwarts kids are cheering, and then the Durmstrang ones are like raw, and then the Beauxbaton ones are going ah. And I was like, well, yeah, that does sound like it's maybe like just a girl. Something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good film, though. There's a lot in there. Voldemort's back. He's back.
Passage number 5.
Yeah, Wormtail cuts his hand off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Sticks it in the
Oh,
cauldron.
yeah, that's a super weird but good bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the whole Cedric. It's the first time it gets quite dark. With like, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the worst bit. Amos Diggory's.
Yeah.
Take my body back. He's like, come on, have I not got enough to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally fucking doing everything.
Like
Yeah,
a
mate.
guy.
Yeah. Lug my body back to the
There's Harry, just like the biggest weakling ever. Like, oh, try, I guess. You quarterback, you.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson, you 30-year-old man.
Lug your dead weight.
Mad Eye Moody as well. He's really weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Although that's something else that
Mystic
doesn't make sense, isn't it?
Yeah, that's weird because, well, I don't know if this is what you're going to say, but everyone after this, they're like, oh, we love Mad Eye, he's the best or whatever. But through that whole film, it's not actually
They weren't
real
being
Mad
taught
Eye.
by him.
It's not Mad Eye, he's in a box somewhere.
So they should be saying, like, we love that Death Eater.
Barty
Yeah.
Crouch Jr.
Yeah.
It's David Tennant though. He's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was weird about this movie, though, they added in that weird, like, licky mouth thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which isn't...
Unnecessary.
Yeah, and he's just so obviously drinking something throughout, like, swigging out the bottle, like everyone's seen. You're like, oh, I see. They laid it on a bit thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trigger, yet again.
Oh yeah.
It's like our third Trigger film.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Don't call me on this now. Clearly, I don't know, do I?
Jolly Boy's outing. Do you've forgotten?
Doesn't he have a weird voice, though? I
Yeah.
think, in this.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does actually.
It's a weird, like, high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
Maybe he lowers it for Only Fools.
Yeah, maybe for the 15 years he's
Yeah.
on that show.
Acting.
Yeah.
And who's going to do the impression of Dumbledore? Did you put your hand in?
Oh, yeah. Dumbledore says calmly.
And
yeah, there's so many like things in this. I mean, this goes back to the book, I suppose, but logically, they could just be like, "Wow, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to take part."
Have I put down this one?
Yeah, and then there's just no story.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. He's got to take him out. I guess a magical binding contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. No one's ever broken the rules before.
And at number 5, the 6th film. What is the 6th film?
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Spoiler, it's Snape.
Wow. This is a great film. Watched it the other day. It's amazing.
It's great.
I'm all right with it. It's like a film where it's quite a calm year. Nothing that exciting happens. Like where we said, like the other films, like Goblet of Fire, they reduce it down to like the minimum it can be to make a film. I feel like with this one, they've dragged it out as much as they can to make any. Oh, it was a Wednesday and he had egg for breakfast. And still made it into the cut.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would say the opposite.
Slughorn.
Slughorn's great. He's one of the. Yeah. And
like,
the cave at the end, brilliant.
Yeah.
Everything else.
awful.
Well, I was going to say, like, yeah, maybe there's a bit of it's dragged out. It's the one with the love potion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which was good, though. Like, that's really nice character development for 1-1 and stuff. But, like, you can't say nothing, like, happens. Like,
it's a bit teenage angst. There's a scene with a love potion.
Draco's got the vanishing cabinet and uses
Draco has real...
uses it to,
Good year for him.
like, bring in some Death Eaters, including Bellatrix, and then they kill Dumbledore.
Yeah,
That's
and that
nuts.
scene at the end of the onesie. There are some very good scenes, but
Yeah.
And it's like Draco's first real interesting bits, isn't it? Of like, he's not just a bully. He doesn't want to do this thing. And you start seeing about his family.
Oh, but then there's that bit where Ron eats all those chocolates that are laced with that love potion that's meant for Harry, and they have to go to Slug. Did you just say about that? No, I said about... Oh, yeah, I suppose it was... What I meant was... I did say love potion, but I just meant the whole thing with Lavender and Ron, which is hilarious.
oh yeah, obviously then the poisoning.
Yeah, and then the poisoning happens, but that's like a different thing.
And
but...
Ginny and Harry's little relationship properly starts like going somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there's that really funny bit where Hermione takes Cormac McLaggen to Slugworth.
The Slug Club.
Yeah, the dinner party thing.
Yeah, but there's that really weird bit, where Cormac,
Yeah,
Caramek Bar
yeah,
says, he's like, she knows how to use her mouth or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like,
Oh,
we do not like that.
yeah,
That is way too pervy for this like 14-year-old situation.
yeah. It's weird.
He's supposed to be. We were trying to explain to our 8-year-old what smarmy meant,
Yeah,
and we were like, it's not really something that you can explain easily.
feeling,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, there's a funny bit at the dinner party where someone comes over and serves up some like hors d'oeuvres, and he like eats loads of them, and then he turns to Harry, and Harry's like, he's like, oh, what are they? And Harry's like, oh, they're Dragon Balls. And then he like, Snape literally walks up to him, and then he just barfs up all over his shoes. And Snape's like, detention for the month. Or something. It's so funny.
This one has the most adorable scene of any Harry Potter anything.
Yeah.
That bit in the cave where Dumbledore's got a drink.
No, that's not adorable. It's so
But no,
sad.
he looks so weak,
When
doesn't he?
when he's on his knees, and then Harry's like, Professor, please, you have to do this, and he just like, he's so quiet. He just opens his mouth like,
Yeah. A tiny little gap for him to pour the stuff in. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. But then he finishes it, and he's like, water? It's water. Yeah, but it's cool. But then it's amazing, like literally straight after that, because then all those skeletons start walking at it, of the water, and then like Harry's taken under, and then all of a sudden Dumbledore's back to full strength, and he's got like fire going. That's absolutely awesome.
That was great for podcasting, by the way.
Great sound effects. If you can't see what's happening here, then Abby's shooting fire from a wand.
It's true.
That's the sound you can hear.
And you can't see because you're not here.
So we're all in agreement. That's an excellent film.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's still a really good film.
Yeah.
It's just more been happen.
You want to pick the best bits from each film because each film does have like an amazing bit. Like the bit where Draco has to kill Dumbledore at the end and you can't do it, and Snape steps in.
Yeah.
Like you don't know at the time, but that means way more than you think. It's really good.
Yeah. Next up on the list, we have a joint third positioning of Harry Potter 7, Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Harry Potter 5, Order of the Phoenix. Care to say anything about that, Amy? Which one are we going to discuss first?
I don't know. Let's start with Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. I love this one.
I don't think I've seen it recently enough for it to be in my head. I think the reason I thought the last one was so good was because we watched it yesterday. And if we watched this one yesterday, it would have
In my
been...
mind, like, Half-Blood Prince is like a pretty mundane year at Hogwarts. Whereas I feel like Order of Phoenix for me was like a really entertaining year at Hogwarts. Like, I really like it's got Dumbledore's army and Umbridge. Umbridge is the best.
She's the worst.
Yeah, she's awful.
Just got
Makes my skin crawl, even just on rewatch. Yeah.
perfectly sickly sweet, isn't she? It's got the end bit of the Ministry in the battle with Sirius going through the veil.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's got the bit at the start where they're flying through London on the broomsticks. Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is good.
Yeah.
I think actually you might have put your finger on why I like 5 better than 6 is because I like just a calm year. Like, I don't want there to be... It was fun just to see them do a year at school and it not have like horrendous stuff happening to them all the time.
Yeah, but Sam was saying 6 was the calm year.
6 was like too boring. I thought 5 was like, if I only had time to watch one Harry Potter film, I'd watch Order of the Phoenix because I feel like it's got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had 3 bus stop posters in your bedroom at home for years, and they were floor to ceiling. Like, they got so much of the walls that I just really remember that film.
From Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah.
3 of them?
Yeah.
How on earth did you get
I
those?
don't even know.
I think it was your stepdad knew somebody who did the bus posters.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Remember they were like the green ones that had like one of the good characters at the front,
And then
see Harry and Hermione, and then at the back there was like
there was like the prophecy ball in front of them.
Yeah.
With a bad character inside, wasn't it?
and it was the side characters like Ginny, Luna, and Neville at the back. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and in the ball was like Voldemort, Bellatrix, and somebody else.
Oh, that sounds
We still got them.
They were amazing, weren't they?
They might be in my mum's garage.
Your daughter
actually.
would love them.
Yeah.
You've got Sam's 1995 Gladiator action figures, but you haven't got some really cool movie artwork from Harry Potter.
I find it.
That's Gladiators, the UK TV show, not Ridley Scott.
Not the There is 0 Russell Crowe in Sam's garage.
Yeah, that's true. Should have specified that.
But I love Order of Phoenix. And you get Luna Lovegood for the first time.
Yeah.
She's a great character.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really good one actually.
Yeah.
I put it as my least favourite.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was
Wowzers.
it's a bit boring. But there are some good scenes in it, like the Ministry when they change into those other guys. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's the one, isn't it?
What? Who do they change into?
Like,
That's definitely Hallows Part 7.
Yeah.
is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, retract that. Retract. I hate number 5. Hate it.
Oh, and Harry's on trial. It's at the start with Dudley and the Dementor as well, Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. No, like
And,
summer. Yeah.
Arabella Fig.
Yeah. That is
also
good.
in Poor Things.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same character, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't put your wand away, Harry.
Yeah.
I don't want the whole Umbridge world.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
That's a rough time at Hogwarts.
Wait,
Like, I don't want that to be a thing.
A theme park.
Well,
Yeah, but
cat ride.
people like that are just, she doesn't do any magic. That's nothing bad about her. It's to do with magic, is it? She's just horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. Like, that's, I think, why I don't enjoy that one as much. Just because...
Oh, it's a new type of villain, isn't it?
Yeah.
A secret, hidden villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that awful bit where Harry's in detention and she gets him to write the lines out, and it's writing just cutting into his hand. Yeah.
I do like the kittens on the plates, though. So put that out there. Like that little kitten, you know, when they go in the office and then the kitten like runs out the cat flap and it's gone to warn her.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, the way they do like
Kitten.
the way the films bring to life like moving pictures in the newspaper or in portraits and in those plates, they do that really well throughout all of the films, I think.
And I think the thing that's weird for like our kids to understand is that it wasn't a thing. Like now, live photos
Oh right, yeah.
on your phone are basically exactly what those pictures are in Harry Potter, aren't they? Like they don't do anything more than just have like a moment on a loop.
Half a second.
But that wasn't a thing when like you had a picture and then that was it. Or
Yeah, very
you had a like camcorder video of like 4 hours of your dad staring at his shoes or something. Is this on yet? If you put it on.
yeah.
And then when your birthday party starts, it just turns off.
One of the other amazing bits in this film, yes, Dolores Umbridge is awful, but you get the amazing payoff during the exams when Fred and George release the fireworks.
Yeah.
And that bit is so well done from the books.
Yeah.
It's just awesome in the films. And then they go out and then all of the fireworks bust open all of the rules that Filchers did painstakingly put on the wall throughout the whole film. That's great.
And again, there's probably, like, I always think this opened so many doors to so many different people, didn't it? Of like watching these films, of being like, oh, I'm not good at school, but like I can still be on the side of justice and I can still like be really successful and do this other world that isn't anything to do with just like getting my exam results and stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many little bits like that in Harry Potter that resonate.
Well, you mean like Fred and George were, they left school actually at that point, didn't they?
Yeah, they
were
didn't
expelled
get
or
their
something.
exam results.
And then they still end up really good small
Dead.
businesses.
Yeah. One of
Wow.
them. One of them.
One in
Wow.
One.
What in between
Yeah.
them?
But there's only one of them. So
Jeez.
they only need one.
That's a good point.
But that's dark. Yeah.
So joined with Order of the Phoenix is Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Yeah.
Beginning of the end.
Yes. Excellent film. And I think it got some stick at the time for being a bit like long and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it just, for me, I thought it was just pretty accurate at kind of giving you that feeling of how like long and painful it was for them to like carry around that locket and the friction between them.
Yeah.
I didn't ever find it long. I watched it a few times now and thought it's really perfect actually, this film.
So I found it a bit long.
I was just about to say that.
Shut up.
I do. So sometimes when I watch it, I'm like, hurry up and get through the woods.
Yeah.
Because we know what's going to happen. The amazing scene of Ron coming back.
Oh, that's so good.
Sam, you say that like 4 times a week at least.
No, it is really good. It's a lot, not mundane. It's darker and, like I say, it's more real.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice because they're in the real world, in the magic world. But I think it's probably the excitement of the whole part of the Deathly Hallows film, and you only get half it. And I remember that frustration as to, no, they need to go to Gringotts, they need to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And for the whole film, you see 5 seconds of Hogwarts train, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's very small in terms of Harry, Ron, and Hermione for the whole
Yeah.
film.
That's true.
But they do like visit Sister Mum of Bathilda.
Yeah.
Bathilda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Xenophilius Lovegood. They see him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and the Deathly Hallows, the mini story.
Yes.
amazingly done.
So it is small, because I do get what you mean, but there is some bits you wouldn't want to miss.
I think it's just very end heavy on action in the book, so it doesn't then keep the same pace for the whole two films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been very hard probably to put those into one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they split it up into two films because there's so much it does cover that book.
Yeah.
There's a incredibly sad scene at the end.
Oh, Dobby.
Dobby.
Oh.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. That's so sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I know, like, he wasn't in it enough. Like, in the books, like I said, he's in it a lot more. But you haven't seen him since Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
So, although we care because we love him, like, they could have done more to make him care more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do with Dobby in the new remake, actually.
Yeah.
Like, how much he's in there. And because at first, like, he's in the second book, is the second movie and book, Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
For a lot of that film, he's just very annoying.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to get Harry to not go to school, and he's dropping the cake on Aunt Petunia or whatever he's doing. And it's just very annoying. And like I said, in the films, you don't really see him that much. That it still is sad, but you haven't built up the same relationship unless
you're not aware.
read the books.
Since then.
Yeah.
Just doesn't he work at Hogwarts in the books?
Yeah. And he does stuff with Hermione, doesn't he? For Spew.
And there's another girl house elf they becomes friends with.
Yeah.
Winky.
Oh, yeah, Winky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winky. That's a good film, though.
And that's where they break into the ministry and they pretend to be other people.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Dave Coaches
Runcorn.
Cooches, yeah.
Yeah.
from Gavin and Stacey.
Is it?
Yeah, that's really good,
really
actually. And also, hasn't that... Oh, no, Gringotts is the next one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because that's got thingy being amazing.
Hermione as Bellatrix. Sorry, we'll get there in a minute. Yeah, but even when Harry, Ron and Hermione are being those other three characters, those actors are amazing at being different people, but also, Harry, Ron and Hermione. It's just awesome. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love that. It's good.
Yes. And in second place, it's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Number 3 is a game changer. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's that one. True.
And it's, although it is one of, because I would say the first 3 are like kiddie,
Yeah.
but this is just a standalone amazing film.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is a lot more like complex in terms of its storyline. Like, there's the whole thing happens, and then they go back and fix it using the time turn, and that's quite complex to understand if you're just a kid watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I really like it.
It's got an amazing scene, one of my all-time favourites in all of the films, where Hermione punches Draco in the face.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good film, such a good bit. And also amazing, because you see it for a second time when they've gone back and they're watching it from in the little doorway. It's amazing.
Isn't there something about that though? Didn't she like improv that, or he said to her like, actually hit me or something?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's something.
That's
I feel like I would watch a lot of YouTubes about this and like have not retained enough information.
One of my worst bits of this movie is when Hermione and Harry are hiding in the at the edge of the forest, and then Hermione's like, "Is that what my hair looks like from the back?"
Oh, yeah.
No, come on. Yeah. And he gives them away. And she turns around and is like, someone there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a way to really make it clear to kids that is them.
Yeah.
Don't know. You know, sometimes they have to add some stuff into it.
Yeah, they do.
Definitely what's happening here.
Yeah.
It's a way to make clear to kids, like, however smart you are, however whatever, like, as a female, you definitely need to just think about your hair all the time.
That'd be poor, but
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really well directed as well. There's a few cool scenes where they just go to some different shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different, definitely a step up. More art.
Yeah.
By who?
Alfonso Cuarón. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was pretty good. I was trying to trip you up, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Is this the one with the Whomping Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually, you're right. There is some really good things, and there's a bit 3 or 4 times during the film where it's the Whomping Willow through the different seasons, And it's got like all its leaves, and then it like sheds the leaves, and then it's got snow, and it flicks
And
the
like
snow off.
Dementor makes him turn a bit icy, like
Yeah. Yeah, and it introduces so many things actually, because you've got the Dementors, you've got the Whomping Willow, you've got the whole idea of like Muggle studies and stuff with the car and like what you can do with that. You've got Lupin.
Yeah, Padfoot prongs, all that.
Oh yeah, Marauders map.
That's not really explained though, is it?
No, that's
not as good
much
as
better in the series.
Yeah, because I remember having a conversation with someone who hadn't read the books, and they were like, "Hang on, what happened at the end with these people?"
It's one of the first times they start cutting corners, isn't it, for the films?
Yeah. But that bit at the end is really good when you watch it all unfold about like Sirius is the bad guy. Oh no, hang on.
Yeah.
He's not, he's the good guy. I love that bit. It's really fun.
It's the start of the inconsistent werewolves, though. When you compare Remus as werewolf to Greyback to all that.
Greyback. That's the worst werewolf in
I
history.
don't even Lupin is a weird, skinny odd werewolf. Like werewolves are not always done well on camera. Like,
No.
Yeah.
Van Helsing is the best
Van
one.
Helsing is a pretty good werewolf.
Hugh Jackman's
I
Van
need to
Helsing.
look at this.
Yeah.
What? Hang on. Have you not seen that?
Van Helsing's an amazing choice.
Yeah, I saw that at the cinema.
Yeah, it is. Right in the street.
Let's do it for the pod.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to watch it. We're going to watch it anyway.
It's a cult classic. I love Van Helsing.
We mentioned it a few weeks ago on the podcast, I think.
Wait.
It's triggering it.
He is. He's Frankenstein's dad. It's a good film.
Yeah, but I agree that werewolf was poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a lot better than Greyback. When I saw the
Oh, yeah,
first
but
Greyback,
it was supposed to be like a werewolf, like half turned.
yeah, it's supposed to be, isn't it? Like he loves it so much that even his like human form is
Yeah. But you never see him as a werewolf, do you?
no, but he is shocking
He's
for that.
just an extra hairy man, isn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Which is weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense if he's supposed to be like wilder, why he never gets to his full wild.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he loves it so much, he'll just stay as a man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Weird.
Which means in first place, if you figured it out already, is Deathly Hallows Part 2, the final film.
We were pretty unanimous on this one, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we all said this was definitely up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love it.
It's
It's
the
amazing.
end of everything, isn't it? It's
It
really
is. And it's
And
done
it's
very
really
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Why I said it's very well.
Especially when you think like Snape's memories, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Neville gets his time.
Wrong you are.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he slices Nagini in her. It's so good.
Yeah. It all slows down, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes. It's amazing. But that whole...
So many people die.
That's true. Yeah.
So many good people and Lavender.
Hey, that's the easiest thing is.
Nice.
He just held Lavender in front of you.
Was human shield.
Friend George, cat.
But it starts.
Right.
It starts really well though. Like there's that bit where is it called the Battle of the Seven Potters or something? They all drink the polyjuice potion and all turn into a different fairy.
No,
That's not seven.
that was part 1.
That's in that film, is it? Yeah. Balls.
Do you want to re-rank yourself?
It's a good scene. No, it's fine. Oh fuck! Yeah, you're right. It is that 'cause they're at Privet Drive, aren't they?
Yeah.
What a bellend. Yeah. Anyway, sorry everyone. I've been a bellend. Yeah, that's the other film.
The only weird thing, the downside to part 2, are the Harry and Voldemort flying scenes.
Come on, Jen. That's weird.
Just really face groping.
Yeah, it's
And it's
weird.
the smoke flying thing, which never really sat well with me in the Harry Potter
Yeah,
films.
so,
no.
Yeah.
They can apparate, but that's not that.
It
That's
doesn't happen
no.
in the
What
books.
is that?
They can fly with smoke, and like there's black.
With smoke.
It's black if you're bad. It's white if you're good. You'd be like, everyone when you leave school, can you just fly a bit? And if you're bad, just go straight to prison.
Yeah, just take yourself off to prison. Yeah. But who is it that is the good characters that do fly in the films?
Or like when in the Order of Phoenix, I'm sure when the good ones arrive at the Ministry to do the fight around the Veil, they all appear in white smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They do. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's like a really helpful tool to be like, I think you actually might be evil.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a thing that like Dumbledore can do that nobody else can do, isn't it? That is his
He can apparate, but I don't remember seeing him fly.
No, that's what I mean. Like there's.
I thought he can apparate in and out of Hogwarts and nobody else can.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But he spends more time like on his own with children than I think.
Why are you ruining Dumbledore for us? First you ruined Jimmy Savile.
So the other good thing in part 2 is when Harry gets killed in the woods, and then he goes to visit Dumbledore at
Full Line of Speak.
King's Cross. Yeah.
That section that did remind me that in that scene it does have that amazing line, which you mentioned in our other podcast. Just because it happens in your mind doesn't mean that it's not actually real.
What podcast was that?
Our If review. Is that right? Yeah.
Go to YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast and listen to our If review.
Yeah, that bit's good. With
Yeah.
like that weird, I don't know, what is that supposed to be? Like Horcrux embodied old
Baby.
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, the weird shriveled up Voldemort under the chair. Yeah, and also Dumbledore has got on some really long slippers.
Right?
Yeah, watch it again. He's got on he's walking. Harry and Dumbledore are walking along the like white heaven-like platform 9 3/4. The heavy side layer. God. And he's got some really long, weird slippers on. It's really unusual. Yeah,
That's what I was going to do. I was going to try and find a picture. What was I going to say? I saw something the other day where it was like, at what point did Dumbledore choose to go from like, or did he think, these suits are too old-fashioned for me, I'm now going to go to full white robes? Like that happened, somewhere in the 80s? Like in the 20s, he was wearing those sharp suits, and then suddenly was like, you know what, I'm going to go full wizard's hat and robes and those long shoes.
And people kind of, when you compare the timelines between Fantastic Beasts, whereas Jude Law, it's like 5 years later, he's Michael Gambon in the suit in the orphanage. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Hamilton. Can you get Hamilton references? Okay.
Please, you have not seen this.
I know, sorry. Yeah, Fantastic Beast films. They're fine.
they're good. They're entertaining enough.
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like them because it's more grown up, so you can watch them without having to watch stuff about a school, and you're like, okay, this is more people our age doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're good, but I remember whenever I've watched one, I'm like, oh yeah, that was really good. And then you watch a Harry Potter film and you're like, oh, okay, this is like next level amazing.
They don't have the...
How many people did?
Is it like the third one?
Yeah, the third.
Yeah, it was good.
The second one was just trying to confuse us too much.
Yeah. They got canned though, right? They cancelled them. It's a shame. It's a shame that...
A crying shame.
Yeah, I mean, the story in the world is so incredible. It's a shame that the films were not good enough.
Yeah.
They couldn't not get cancelled.
Yeah. I like that scene in the last one where they're like running through. I think they're trying to go down to the boathouse.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favourite bit. That's like the bit that makes it my favourite movie.
Yeah. So
really
you have
fun.
Aberforth stopping the Dementor. And they're like,
And
you've had this in different ways.
And
Yeah.
spiders and they like running into dead people. I think that's where they see Lavender.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the music's brilliant.
Yeah. And Oliver Wood flies in. You can't even see it's him, but you're like,
Oh, yeah.
weird.
It's very epic, isn't
Yeah.
it? That whole
I
thing.
need to watch this film again.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
We saw a midnight showing, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Yeah. Two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
And then, is it 18 years later?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back on the platform with the kids.
Is it 18 years? I would say 19 years.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, no, I think it's like 18 or 17, in fact, because isn't the...
I reckon it's 21.
No, because isn't the
No, I
Cursed
don't
Child, isn't that 18 or 19 years later?
yeah. I think that's one of the two.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But, like, it has to be... Like, obviously what happens there at the end of Deathly Hallows is before the Cursed Child, at least for, like, a year or something.
It's the last chapter. It's the name of the last chapter, isn't it?
It's 19 years later.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly,
Yes,
yes,
the end, 19 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's good with the kids, and they're all made to look a little bit older. And Draco's there as well.
Yeah.
give each
They look
other
quite a lot older though, don't they? In like a depressing way. Like, I don't know, Ginny, her hair's a bit thicker.
She's wearing a blouse.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, fine. That's us now. We've moved into that category.
We don't wear blouses. That's okay.
True. Not yet.
Oh, doing well.
I wear a blouse sometimes.
Yeah, that's quite fun to look at the bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to see one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little like Draco Harry nod, isn't there?
Yeah.
To be like,
Cute.
we don't hate each other.
Actually, is Scorpius in that bit? Obviously, Draco's there, but is Scorpius there?
Yeah, they're seeing someone off, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
I suppose
he-
he's not there, but he must be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like one of the main characters in The Cursed Child, but I didn't know if he's actually on the platform there.
I don't think he is.
Well, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think the cursed child is it, you know?
Canon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see why not.
isn't it written by J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Some people say it's not.
There's a lot of
like,
chat
really-
in there about just not really fitting in and it not like being enough part of that world to actually be canon. But I don't see that. I think that it is.
Yeah, some people get really PO'd because, like, Hermione's played by a person of colour.
Oh, but that's just the stage show. Like, who
Yeah.
cares? Yeah.
Yeah, it's silly. Really.
The annoying thing about that conversation was that I think then J.K. Rowling was like, "Well, I never said what colour she was," and people were like, "This chapter, this book, you're going to hit."
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, it's fine to cast somebody of a different race to play her.
Yeah.
But then to pretend that you never stated any characteristics of it is like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Like, people
Did
say,
she
like-
say that?
I think there is a line in the book where it says like, it
has
quotes
light-
her,
light
yeah,
skin or
quotes her skin tone and stuff.
Oh, really?
or something.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is, like, it also says she has like really huge like front teeth sticking out of her mouth,
Yeah.
and like she doesn't have that.
Well,
And
and
she's a witch.
Yeah, there's some characteristics which are always going to be different. Like,
well, remember the eyes, Harry's eyes.
yeah.
But you do have your mother's eyes. Except he doesn't have those eyes because they tried to film it with contacts in.
oh yeah,
And it just made his eyes puff up, and so he couldn't do it. So they had to just get rid of that bit. But everyone all the time is like, "But you do have your mother's eyes."
Yeah.
They're the
She's
standard
just her
eyes.
mum having different eyes.
Yeah. Except it was like they were supposed to be green, weren't they? Like it was supposed to be like this big thing.
No, that one could just been a bit lazy or something.
Pointing completely different.
Mad Eye Moody's eyes.
Oh,
yeah, it's weird. Some people were so happy to try and not look past race as a thing when there's so many other things that are different.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, weird. No, but I think the Cursed Child's excellent.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Me for.
Any other notable mentions for anything in Harry Potter films that we want to talk about right now?
I like them.
Me too.
Ron's the best.
Oh yeah, favourite character in the whole series.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do favourite characters.
Too hard, isn't it?
So you said Ron. You can't take that back now. You said Ron.
I'll live with it. I could live with that.
I'm going to go Luna. Love Luna Lovegood. She's amazing.
I'm gonna go Sirius.
Oh, okay.
Neville.
Yes.
And when you see it here, the prophecy like should have been Neville. Way less than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry's such a dickhead.
Oh.
He is.
I know.
I know I was supposed to say
Yeah.
it's the soul of an evil villain in his head for too long, but
Haven't we all?
It's only in that one.
look at me.
Yeah, that one. He's in a good. He's champion.
Oh, he's still.
He's a bit of a
I like
dickhead,
that new
isn't he,
actor,
in
but
all?
he has got an annoying face.
Yeah. He does.
I feel protective.
Yeah, and it's fair. And I wouldn't. It's one of those things where it's like a member of your family. Like if anyone else is saying it, I'd be like, "How dare you? He's the best." But he is supposed to be like an anti-hero, isn't he? Like he's got his own troubles, which probably does make it more interesting. Like if he was just completely had nothing going on, you wouldn't care. Also, though, if we're talking books, should be Ginny. Because Ginny is so kick-ass in the books, but in the movies, just doesn't really come across at all. She's just like...
A little bit by her having that powerful Protego or one of those.
Yeah, there's that spell, isn't there, that,
but
that she can do and no one else can.
I said Snape is amazing on all the films.
Yeah,
Alan Rickman.
I was going to say, and so much of that has to do with Alan Rickman. Wasn't he the only one that... Oh my God, I watched so many YouTube deep dives into this shit.
Yeah. I don't know why you do that.
Yes, you do. A small slave driver literally forces me to. He was the only one who asked to see manuscripts of like what was coming, and nobody else knew.
Rowling purposely told him. She's like, I need you to know.
So that but nobody else knew like his arc or like the arc generally, but he did know. I think that's so good because he probably played that.
We know that
completely
like
different.
maybe that like people could have guessed the reason.
Yeah.
Knew, like,
Yeah.
It's amazing. Obviously, the films were massive, but these films like defined so many people's careers. Like obviously, Alan Rickman had a career before this, and Robbie Coltrane and Michael Gambon. But and maybe this is just me, but I only ever think of them as those characters now.
Yeah.
You like Cracker, didn't you?
I do like Cracker.
Everyone liked Cracker.
Yeah, that was a good show.
And what was that show that had Uncle Vernon in, where he was a chef detective?
What?
Really? I don't know.
Hold on, everyone. We're gonna find out.
Basil the Great Mouse Detective is Man and the Chef Detective.
After retiring from the police force, Detective Inspector Henry Crabb starts his own restaurant. However, his ex-boss, Chief Constable Fisher, pursues him to rejoin the force, and it's called Pie in the Sky.
What?
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
Wow.
This was a great show.
Oh, and actually, we didn't mention. Sorry. Aunt Petunia.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fiona Shaw.
She was, yeah. Weird accent, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's a lot nicer in that than she is in Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
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 Because if the Harry Potter movies are going to define your career, it's going to be considered like a bad guy for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also in Three Men and a Little Lady. Pretty good. Yeah.
I used to love those films. I haven't thought about those for years. Three Men and a Baby.
Yeah. We had
Top
that on
seven.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah.
Great films.
Cool.
And so closes our review of Three Men and a Baby.
Let us know if you like these sort of ranking episodes or the standard reviews.
Because we love to rank things.
Yeah. But we also love to review things.
We do.
So, thanks for coming along to this week's episode of the Lads Film Club and joining us while we reviewed all Harry Potters.
We'd love to know what you think of the Harry Potter films as well, and what your rankings would be.
Let us know on our Twitter, Insta, or in the comments of the podcast.
And if you enjoyed listening to our podcast, please leave us a rating and 5-star review.
So, grab your popcorn.
Round up your lads.
Get watching.
And join us next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
So, coming up fourth. Is that right?
No.
Like at number 6. The third one we're going to discuss.
I think you just say at number 6. Like, that's just a number.
Yeah.